Let's relax ourselves using our breathing. Breathe in and out at your own pace, allowing the breath to move gently inside you, circle around, and exit once more. As you breathe in, imagine that breath is filling you with warmth, with a soft golden light. Go with that breath down into your lungs and then out of your chest, away from you again. Let each breath move a little bit further through your body, so that these golden, stealing breaths can go down your limbs, all the way to the toes, to the fingers, and they can drift upwards through your neck and around your head. Imagine your body as a set of quiet, waiting caves. And that breath is like a slow shaft of sunlight moving over those inner spaces, warming wherever it touches, leaving everything relaxed. As you breathe in and out, observe the little movements in your chest and in your shoulders, the minute adaptations your body makes to accommodate breath moving in and then out again, expanding and contracting. In time, you may notice less where the breath is and instead feel the only motion in you is up in your forehead, between and a little way above your eyes. That's where the point of us that thinks normally sits, a small but very busy singularity through which you process so much of every day. With your gentle breathing, let's pick that spot of thought up, just like a mote of dust. Something that can easily drift away on your breath. Let it move around inside your body. Travel with that thinking speck. In your mind's eye, slowly become aware of sunlight upon you, of the sound of voices perhaps occasional items of traffic, and in the background, far away, the low muted crash of distant waves out of sight. You are on a busy holiday island. This island is really a central hill surrounded by many white modern buildings that twist up and down it along alleyways above that hidden shore. And there are lots of people here. You're observing them from several meters up. Down there you see head tops, sunburned shoulders, bodies moving in and out of cafes, of bars and shops. You can hear conversations in many languages, shouts and laughter. There's music from open doors. You can smell cooking, savory and sweet, and your eyes as they dart about between those gleaming white buildings down there catch glimpses of a blue ocean you never quite have got to. You're on vacation here, and its novelty has worn thin. You're with some group of people who love this endless eating and drinking and shopping, but you don't. You've escaped them for a little while, and they haven't yet noticed you've gone. So here, you are safe on this flat rooftop above the shops, leaning against a white, low wall, above the alleyway, above those people weaving back and forth in a cacophony of noise. Eventually, a head below will look up, and now it has recognized you. It nudges its friends. The group, your group, has spotted you. They begin to call out, pointing, asking how you got up there. And they shout that they're going into the leg, pointing at an archway cut into the hillside, waving at you to join them as they file inside. You feel glued to this low, warm wall. Instead, take a few moments observing the street with many senses, not just sight, but sound, smell, the temperature on your skin, maybe the taste in your mouth of what you had in the last hour. Enjoy feeling removed from the crowd below. What's going on inside you? You begin to move and cross the flat concrete rooftop. You're walking past skylights that give glimpses into the shops below, where people look up and notice you. Then you step into a great, cool shadow and look upwards, where towering over you, blocking out the sky, is a gigantic metal gleaming leg. A muscular calf becomes a knee and then expands to become a thigh. It goes up to join a second leg that arches over to the opposite hillside. And even higher up must be the rest of a gigantic body, but perspective hides it. You feel the size of an ant before this wall of metal sheets beaten into human contours. Snaking around this leg is a metal stairway. It begins at the big toe that's taller than you are and spirals up around the heel, spirals round the calf, a stairway of metal grill with railings. In front of you, down at this enormous toe, the stairs begin. They offer a crazy journey into the sky. Place one foot on the metal grill of the stairway where it starts. Let's pause on that step a moment, because you stand in two worlds. Think again about the street, about the group, and why this vacation is proving to be taxing, why the novelty has worn thin. Is there one aspect of yourself that's been difficult to wear, that you'd like to leave behind here on this rooftop? Be honest and let it surface before you move on. Now you're gripping the metal staircase and you're beginning to move upwards. Hands on the railings, on their hot metal, rising. The stairs take us up along the arch of the foot, and the sun is fierce against those metal sheets. You have to squint your eyes. But as we get a little bit higher, a welcome breeze finds us, and the stairs begin to spiral up, upwards, railings to your left, an enormous hill to the right. As you drift up past those close, sculpted sheets, you notice that etched and hammered into them is graffiti. Visitors' names in different languages, different characters. Some from the last couple of years, others so old the years are only 3 digits long. You spiral slowly up, through sunshine, then shadow, then out into the sun again around this expertly crafted ankle. The rooftops and alleyways drop away. You're reassured these steps feel so solid underfoot. It becomes a little hypnotic, circling round, drifting in and out of sunlight and shadow. As we rise, the coastline beyond the town appears. Let's move up, feeling the town drop away. You wonder how this statue can be as strong as it is, to have withstood the gales and storms of centuries. If you compare your own body to this giant metal one, probably your body seems less impressive, less worthy of note. And yet your body too is built to house strength equal to this statue's. Your body holds complex systems to weather the storms of time of accumulating years. So as you climb, as you spiral round, as the town drops away and you move into the sky, appreciate your own body as the marvel that it is. moving blood and nutrients around your system, processing thoughts and emotions, able to move and change your location, to seek out and communicate and improve its lot. Imagine for a few moments your own body is the giant size of this statue, and you're somewhere outside of it, the size of an ant, the size of a speck of dust, observing. Take a few moments to appreciate the gigantic miracle of your body that you're housed inside. We continue up the stairway with burnished metal on one side and open air on the other. Now we're at the knee of this great statue, and the town below is a dizzying confusion of rooftops and alleyways. Notice fields of olives, dusty tracks on orange soil as the perspective widens and the countryside unfolds. Your ears detect the murmur of voices, but it's not from the town below. It's closer, muffled. As the walkway curves around the knee, you become aware of the statue's other leg across an abyss of air. It draws a little closer as the stairs move under your feet. The voices are closer now as well, though oddly muffled. You recognize them as your friends' voices, those who entered the other leg. They must be inside this Colossus, climbing some stairs in the interior of that other leg. You hear them through the thin metal sheeting, and as we draw level with the other knee, through some unpaned windows cut into the metal over there, faces peer out. Initially the faces are not known to you until one of your group appears and locks eyes with you. How do you react inside, spotted? More familiar faces appear, more of the group. They call to you, voices so clear in the air appear, it's like they're right next to you. They're demanding to know how you got there, how you got a different experience to them. How did you get outside? Do you answer? And if so, what do you say? Do you want to answer? Do you feel obliged to justify yourself? And if so, why? Once again, observe what you do here. Your feet are moving up the curving stairway. We've left the faces and waving arms of your group behind. Instead, move on in the openness. Held firmly on this stairway, inhaling the breeze from the sea, tasting salt on your lips as you wet them. There are soft, metallic noises as your foot land on the metal grill. And it's maybe best not to look down through that grill, because we are really high, spiraling to where leg is thickening into thigh, to where the vast loincloth covers the hips and the abdomen of this statue. This statue is the size of a skyscraper, it seems. You reach out to touch its plated exterior, and that hot metal vibrates. It's vibrating from the feet of many visitors climbing stairs on the inside. You can hear voices, sometimes briefly loud as someone passes just a few feet from you behind the metal. But even with the sounds and the vibrations under your palm, they seem greatly removed from this spectacular horizon you're looking at. They can't see as you do, where sea meets sky, where the tiny yachts glide between other distant islands, this shimmering gold panorama. You feel removed from your own ordinary world. This is truly like a vacation. Now you're somewhere exotic. It's like you've embarked on an adventure. Do you remember that thrill when you start a vacation and realize you can do whatever you want for a while? That dull normality has been temporarily put on hold. As you breathe in the fresh air, filling your lungs, ask yourself, when did you last feel that thrill, that adrenaline? And where in your life right now do you most need to feel that thrill again? You hear knocking behind you. Across from the walkway, in the statue's belly, the metal sheets are fitted around a round glass window, exactly where the belly button would be. An unopenable window for those inside to look out from. Peering out behind that pane of glass is one of your group, tapping the surface with their phone, mouthing at you, you should be taking photos. Taking photos for them? No, taking photos of them. Understanding that, once more, what's your impulse at this point? How do you want to react? And out here, free in the air, how are you going to react? We climb even higher. The seagulls are circling below you now in the open air. The stairway is clinging to a cliff, the cliff of this statue's chest. As you cross this expanse over ridges of ribs and muscles, you feel much tinier bumps right under your fingertips as they trail the metal's surface. This is more graffiti from centuries of visitors, the markings of others on this majestic sculpture. As you let your fingers trail over that sculpted hot metal, just reachable over the railings of the walkway, think about where people in your life have left marks, where they've left names and dates impressed upon you. What graffiti could be read if your life was a statue like this? There could be reminders of positive events that have occurred, or of negative ones, but they will all be actions by other people who've intentionally come close to shape your life. So as you drift up, feeling name bumps under your fingertips, consider what graffiti could you be said to be carrying? We move into shadow, going around the statue's back. Our stairway clings to the expanse of metal, now reaching extraordinary, indescribable heights above the ground. As we reach a shoulder of this statue, the stairs become level for a little while, moving along the gentle contour. Here, you'll find a container left on the walkway. Let your mind supply what kind of container it is, but it's going to be something where you can place all the graffiti that's hurt you over the years. The words and expectations, the labels from other people that you never wanted, that are still a weight to carry. So whatever form that container is, pick it up and imagine all that unwanted labeling or graffiti that scarred your surface for so long is flaking off into simple words to fall down inside that container. Let them fall in, filling it to the brim. Now from this shoulder, one gigantic arm pushes away into the open air. Its distant elbow bends so that a raised forearm above you can shade the eyes of the mountainous face higher up. From the shoulder here, railings stop you from going along that arm. It clearly is not safe. But pause here a second, because you're going to hurl in a moment your container of graffiti past those railings, along that arm, into waiting air. So do that now. Raise your arm or arms if it's a heavy load, and tense your muscles, thinking of the burden, this imposition of labels from others within your life. Pull your arm back, inhale, and then with all your might, propel the object away like you're firing a cannon. Let your container go, cleaving the air as it spins from you. Send all your frustration and anger about those labels with it. Feel it separating from you, spinning, skidding, bouncing along the bicep, along a roller coaster of metal skin. Maybe the words spill out, useless now, blowing in the wind, into the abyss below. It falls out of view, out of consciousness, and you turn to continue walking. Go on knowing deep inside you, all those contents are gone from your future. Our stairway takes us under a giant chin that juts out like an overhang. Beyond that, in the distance, you notice the other arm, rising up, reaching lofty heights to hold a torch in its hand of distant metal and glass. That lantern far off up there also has a walkway round it, but it's nothing we can reach today. There's no stairway leading from here to there, and if you ever end up there, it'll be in dreams. Instead, bring your attention back to this walkway, to the enormous ear we're passing. Now the stairway is curving up to cross the brow itself, and another sound is joining you with the gusting wind. Voices, human voices, very clear. From just up ahead, you walk through regular interruptions in the sunshine. There are 7 tall spikes pushing high into the air. These are depictions of the solar rays leaving this sun god's head, and they push up, projecting like many antennae. They'll focus received transmissions to a single point, a point up at the top of the head we have yet to reach. Drawing your attention closer is a babble of voices near your feet. By your ankles is a set of openings, the top of a row of unpaned windows along the forehead of this statue. It's the observation deck if you are on the tour of the interior of the statue. But if you're outside like you are, those window tops are just where your feet are going. Luckily, the openings aren't large enough for your group to climb through, but their arms can get through, twisting about, angling cameras, and they go right across where you want to walk. Then the eyes, their mouths down there, they find you. They shout to their neighbors, "Someone's out here, look, look." Carefully step over these arms here, passing the group and their shrill voices. And as you do, let's observe again how your first reflex is to react. And maybe in this safe place where you can try new things out, how you will react to these people. Go forwards being true to yourself. How do you walk on by to proceed? Your stairway that you've travelled so far up, all the way from that distant ground below, is finally spiralling up and inwards to the top of this enormous head. The sculpted hair is like a sea of bronze waves, and out of them 7 spikes thrust upwards, up it seems into the atmosphere. Beyond them, there's a platform formed by statue fingers, shading its colossal eyes from the sun. But the spiral keeps going inwards. The railings direct you to circle in, until finally we reach the middle and realize from our tired feet what a long journey this has been. This journey has separated you from the others to rekindle your sense of profound individuality. For at the center of the universe is you. Breathe in the air coming from the horizons. You'll hear a faint flapping of wings growing louder. Approaching a bird will have a final message for you. Your mind will show what kind of bird this is, big or small, a seabird or a land bird. As it flies closer, sunlight will flash down the 7 spikes, illuminating them all at once, dazzling. Notice what the bird does, whether it lands on the railings, in front of you, perhaps on you. What does its size allow? With all your senses, observe this bird, its eyes, its beak, the colors in its feathers. Is it larger than you expected? If it landed on you, is it heavier than you thought or lighter? Do its feet flex with hidden power? Your journey up this colossal statue has been about your relationship with people, how they can help with companionship, and how they can hinder us in following our true path. And this bird now, in the next few moments, will bring to you inspired wisdom about this topic. It will show a way forwards for people issues you might have. It might touch on where you need friendship and company in life, where to maintain boundaries. It may advise on the complexity of being your true self, and even on perhaps who no longer should be in your life anymore. So for the next few moments, open yourself to the bird's antics and how it's going to communicate all this to you. Let's see now what this bird has to share with you. Your bird has lifted up and is now a departing V-shape in the sky. You stand at the center of this spiral railing, below the 7 spikes into the heavens. In the hot sunlight, in the strong wind, all around you, the curve of the earth glows, golden sun and sky. You've done so much work on this journey, and it's time now to take those gifts back into your waiting life. We can return here any time. It's only a few breaths, a little imagining away. But now we'll become aware of the breeze blowing up here, blowing around you. How you're beginning to feel as light as a feather, a speck of dust. And if you release your hands from the railings, this warm but strong breeze will pick you up, turn you onto your back, and hold you as carefully as a parent holding a child, carrying you away from the statue. Let's drift upwards, held on the breeze, and feel the golden land disappearing now into the back of your mind. Instead, we will sense where you've left your body, sitting or lying down, and move towards it. Find wherever it is, go over to it, and position yourself a few inches above the top of your head. We'll now breathe our thinking body back inside the physical one. So inhale and feel yourself going in with that breath. As your ribcage very gently expands, bring yourself in to leave your essence there. Breathe in again, and let's travel right down to the feet, all the way to where the heels, the toes and the ankles are waiting. Leave yourself down there, as if that part is returning to the correct weight again. Let's breathe in again and go down all the way to the calves and the knees and to the thighs, and bring our weight back there, leaving ourselves in that area. Your next breath comes in and travels down to the hips, so now the legs all the way down to the feet can feel filled with you, returning to you and the right weight once more. Let's breathe in and go down to where the tummy rises up following the spine, up to where the rib cage begins to fan out. Leave yourself there, and with the next breath, let's fill the whole of the torso all the way up to the shoulder blades, feeling that it's ours again, an organic whole. This time when we breathe in, let's go down both shoulders, down the arms, all the way to the fingers and the palms and the wrists. The next breath comes in to leave ourselves down at the forearms, the elbows and the upper arms. Now the arms are linked once more, and we'll breathe up next into the head, through the neck to where the mouth is, to the top of the skull. Breathe in and bring that little point of you that thinks to sit behind your forehead once more. Keep breathing and feel for any parts of you that don't quite feel back, that feel empty, and breathe yourself back there. And when you feel you are fully back, the whole of you is the right weight, try wiggling your fingers and your toes. And finally, let's open up our eyes.